Imagine sitting at your kitchen table, staring at a chipped mug you've had for years, feeling a pang of frustration because it's not perfect anymore. You think about replacing it, scrolling online for a shiny new one, hoping it'll make you feel better, more put together. But deep down, you're exhausted, tired of chasing perfection, of feeling like you're never enough, of living in a world that demands flawless appearances, flawless lives, flawless everything. Your home is cluttered with things you thought would make you happy. Your schedule is packed with commitments you don't enjoy. And your mind is a whirlwind of self-criticism and comparison. You long for peace, for a simpler way to live, for a way to find beauty in what already is, rather than what could be. If this resonates, you're not alone. In a society obsessed with perfection, perfect bodies, perfect homes, perfect careers, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, disconnected, and stuck, always striving for an unattainable ideal that leaves you empty. But what if there was a way to let go of that pressure? A way to find beauty in the imperfect, the incomplete, the natural. This is where Wabi-Sabi, a Japanese philosophy of embracing imperfection, offers a path to inner peace and a life of simplicity and meaning. Wabi-Sabi isn't about striving for more or better. It's about seeing the beauty in what already exists, in the flaws, the wear, the simplicity of life as it is. It's a gentle invitation to release the burden of perfection and discover a deeper, more authentic way to live. Let's explore what Wabi-Sabi means, how it can transform your life, and the practical steps you can take to weave its wisdom into your days. By the end, you'll feel inspired, equipped, and ready to embrace imperfection as a source of beauty, peace, and purpose. Wabi-Sabi is a Japanese aesthetic and philosophical concept that's challenging to define in a single phrase because it's more of a feeling, a way of seeing the world, than a strict set of rules. The term combines two words, wabi, which originally referred to the loneliness of living in nature, but evolved to mean simplicity, humility, and rustic beauty, and sabi, which means the beauty that comes with age, the patina of wear, the charm of impermanence. Together, Wabi-Sabi celebrates the beauty of the natural, the imperfect, and the transient. It's the cracked teapot that's been mended with gold, more beautiful for its scars. It's the weathered wooden table that tells a story of years of use. It's the fleeting cherry blossoms that bloom for just a moment before falling, reminding us of life's impermanence. Rooted in Zen Buddhism, Wabi-Sabi has been a part of Japanese culture for centuries, influencing tea ceremonies, pottery, architecture, and even daily life. It's a worldview that values authenticity over perfection, simplicity over excess, and the natural cycle of growth and decay over artificial permanence. At its core, Wabi-Sabi is about acceptance, accepting the flaws in yourself, in others, in the world around you, and finding beauty in that imperfection. It's about slowing down, being present, and appreciating the quiet, unpolished moments that make life real. Why does Wabi-Sabi matter in today's world? Think about the pressures you face. Social media bombards you with images of flawless lives, perfectly curated homes, perfect bodies, perfect vacations, making you feel like you're always falling short. Advertisements push you to buy more, to upgrade, to fix what's broken about you or your life. Your inbox is overflowing with demands. Your calendar is packed with obligations and the pursuit of perfection. In your work, your relationships, your appearance leaves you stressed, anxious, and disconnected from what truly matters. You might feel like you're drowning in stuff, in expectations, in the relentless need to be better, faster, more. Wabi-Sabi offers a radical alternative. What if you stopped striving for perfection and started embracing what's already here? What if the chipped mug, the messy morning, the wrinkles on your face were not flaws to fix, but sources of beauty to cherish? By accepting imperfection, Wabi-Sabi helps you find inner peace, reduce stress, and reconnect with the present moment. It invites you to simplify your life, to let go of excess, and to focus on what's essential, creating a sense of freedom and clarity that's hard to find in a perfection-driven world. The benefits of Wabi-Sabi are profound and touch every part of your life. Emotionally, it helps you release self-criticism and comparison, fostering self-compassion and gratitude for who you are, as you are. Mentally, it reduces the anxiety of chasing unattainable ideals, giving you permission to rest, to be, to breathe. Physically, it encourages you to simplify your space, creating a home that feels calm and authentic rather than a showroom of perfection. Spiritually, it deepens your connection to the natural world, reminding you of life's impermanence and the beauty of its cycles. Relationally, it helps you accept others' flaws, strengthening your bonds through empathy and understanding. Environmentally, it aligns with sustainability, encouraging you to value what you have, repair what's broken, and consume less. Wabi-Sabi's magic lies in its ability to shift your perspective, turning what you once saw as flaws into sources of beauty and meaning. To understand Wabi-Sabi's transformative power, let's meet Elena, a 38-year-old graphic designer who feels overwhelmed by perfectionism. Her apartment is filled with trendy decor she thought would make her happy, but it feels sterile, like a magazine spread she can't relax in. She's constantly comparing herself to colleagues, friends, and influencers, feeling like she's never good enough, not productive enough, not stylish enough, not successful enough. Her days are a blur of deadlines, social obligations, and the pressure to keep up, leaving her exhausted and disconnected. One day, Elena stumbles across Wabi-Sabi while browsing a book on Japanese philosophy. Intrigued, she starts small, looking at her home through a new lens. She notices a scratched wooden chair she's been meaning to replace, and instead of tossing it, decides to keep it, appreciating the marks as a sign of its history. She lets go of the need for her space to look perfect, donating decor that doesn't feel like her and keeping only what she loves, flaws and all. Inspired, she applies Wabi-Sabi to her life. She stops striving for flawless productivity, allowing herself to rest when she's tired, to take imperfect steps toward her goals. She starts savoring small, unpolished moments. A quiet morning with her chipped mug, a walk in the rain, a laugh with a friend over a messy dinner. Over time, Elena's life shifts. Her home feels like a sanctuary. Her mind feels lighter, and her heart feels fuller. She's not perfect. She still has moments of doubt or comparison, but Wabi-Sabi gives her a framework to return to, a way to find peace in the imperfect. Elena's story shows how Wabi-Sabi transforms. By embracing imperfection, you create a life that's authentic, grounded, and deeply fulfilling. What makes Wabi-Sabi different from typical approaches to self-improvement? Many modern self-help trends push you to fix yourself, to optimize, to perfect, to become the best version of you. They're often rooted in the idea that you're not enough as you are, that happiness lies in achieving more, looking better, doing better. These approaches can be exhausting, leaving you feeling like you're always falling short. Wabi-Sabi, by contrast, starts with acceptance. It asks, what if I'm already enough, just as I am? What if the imperfections in my life are what make it beautiful? It challenges the cultural obsession with perfection, offering instead a path of simplicity, humility, and presence. Unlike rigid rules or ideals, Wabi-Sabi is fluid, personal, and forgiving, allowing you to find beauty in your unique journey. The difference is clear. A typical self-improvement plan might have you chasing a flawless routine, only to feel defeated when you can't sustain it. Wabi-Sabi might have you savor the messy beauty of a slow morning, finding joy in the moment as it is. Ready to embrace Wabi-Sabi? Its beauty lies in its accessibility. You can start right now, with no special tools or skills, and see its effects by shifting your perspective and taking small, intentional steps. Begin by clarifying your intention. Why do you want to let go of perfection? Is it to reduce stress, to feel more connected, to find peace in the present? Write down your why and keep it visible. It's your anchor when old habits of perfectionism creep in. Reflect on, what would a life free from perfectionism feel like? What's one area where I feel pressured to be perfect? Journal about your vision of a Wabi-Sabi life, noting how you want to feel: calm, grounded, authentic, and what small shifts could bring you closer. If you're unsure, start with one area, like your home, your self-image, or your relationships, to build momentum. Choose one space or aspect of your life to begin embracing imperfection. Let's start with your home. Walk through your space and notice objects you've been meaning to replace because they're not perfect. A scratched table, a faded rug, a cracked vase. Instead of seeing them as flaws, ask, what story does this object tell? Does it still serve me, even with its imperfections? Keep what you love, even if it's worn, and let go of what doesn't feel like you, creating a space that's authentic rather than flawless. If an item is broken but meaningful, consider repairing it, perhaps mending a torn sweater or gluing a chipped dish, seeing the repair as a mark of beauty, as in the Japanese art of kintsugi, where cracks are filled with gold. Apply Wabi-Sabi to your self-image. Look in the mirror and notice the features you've criticized. The lines on your face, the scar on your hand, the way your hair never sits quite right. Instead of seeing them as flaws, ask, what makes these unique to me? How do they tell my story? Write down one thing you appreciate about your body each day, even if it's just the way your hands hold a cup or your smile lights up a room. Let go of the need to look perfect, embracing your natural beauty as a reflection of your journey. Extend Wabi-Sabi to your relationships. Notice where you've been holding others to impossible standards, expecting a friend to always be cheerful, a partner to never make mistakes, a child to always behave. Ask, can I accept their imperfections as part of their humanity? Can I see beauty in their quirks, their struggles, their growth? Practice empathy, appreciating the people in your life for who they are, not who you want them to be. Share a moment of connection, like a quiet coffee date or a heartfelt conversation, valuing the messy, real beauty of your bond. Wabi-Sabi also applies to your daily life. Let go of the need for perfect productivity, perfect routines, perfect outcomes. Start small. If you've been pressuring yourself to have a flawless morning, allow it to be imperfect. A late start, a spilled coffee, a moment of stillness instead of rushing. Savor the unpolished moments that make life real. A walk in nature where the leaves are falling, a meal that's simple but made with love, a conversation that's honest, not scripted. Practice mindfulness by noticing the beauty in the natural world, the way a tree bends with age, the way rain patters unevenly, the way a flower blooms and fades. These moments remind you of life's impermanence, a core tenet of Wabi-Sabi, and help you stay present, finding peace in what is. To sustain Wabi-Sabi, make it a daily practice. Set aside 5 minutes each day to reflect. Where did I notice beauty and imperfection today? How can I embrace it tomorrow? Maybe you appreciated the creak of your old chair, or you forgave yourself for a mistake at work. Track these moments in a journal, noting how they make you feel lighter, freer, more connected. If perfectionism creeps in, pause and ask, what would Wabi-Sabi say about this? Perhaps it's reminding you that a messy desk is a sign of creativity, or a missed deadline is a chance to rest. Celebrate progress, not perfection, with small rewards, a cup of tea, a quiet moment, a deep breath. If life gets busy and you slip back into old habits, return to one small act of acceptance, like keeping a worn but loved item or savoring an imperfect moment. Share Wabi-Sabi with others to deepen its impact. Invite a friend to join you in appreciating imperfection. Maybe you both keep a chipped mug or take a walk to notice the beauty in nature's flaws. Share a story of something imperfect but meaningful in your life, like a handmade gift that's uneven but full of love. If others don't understand, focus on your journey. Your growing peace may inspire them over time. Wabi-Sabi is enriched by related Japanese philosophies that add depth to its practice. Kaizen, the art of continuous improvement, complements Wabi-Sabi by encouraging small, imperfect steps toward growth. Maybe you start with one mindful moment a day, building from there. Danshari helps you declutter, letting go of the need for a perfect space and keeping only what's meaningful, flaws and all. Motainai encourages you to value what you have, repairing rather than replacing, aligning with Wabi-Sabi's respect for the worn and weathered. Ikigai, your reason for being, guides you to find purpose in simple, imperfect acts, like tending a garden or sharing a meal. These philosophies create a framework for intentional living, where imperfection becomes a source of beauty, connection, and joy. Challenges will arise, and that's okay. They're part of the journey. Perfectionism may resurface, whispering that you're not doing enough, that your life should look better. Counter it by reflecting on Wabi-Sabi's core. Imperfection is beauty. If you feel overwhelmed, break the practice into smaller steps. Start with one object, one moment, one breath. Comparison can dim your light. If you catch yourself envying someone's perfect life, remind yourself that Wabi-Sabi finds beauty in the real, not the curated. Social pressure may push you to conform. Friends or family might question your choice to keep a scratch table or skip a trendy event. Stay grounded in your why and seek like-minded communities who value authenticity over perfection. If self-criticism feels heavy, journal. What's one imperfect thing I can appreciate today? A single answer can shift your perspective. Imagine what Wabi-Sabi can mean for you. Picture a home where every item tells a story, where a chipped mug feels like an old friend, where your space reflects your authentic self, not a perfect ideal. Envision a day where you wake without the pressure to be flawless, savoring a quiet, messy morning with gratitude. Feel a mind free from comparison, a heart full of self-compassion, a life aligned with the beauty of the natural, the worn, the real. Sense a connection to the world around you, the way a leaf falls, the way a stone smooths over time, the way your own imperfections make you beautifully human. This is Wabi-Sabi's promise, not a life of perfection, but one of deep, quiet peace, woven from the threads of what already is. You don't need to change everything today. Start with one small act. Keep a worn item, savor an imperfect moment, write one thing you appreciate about yourself. Ask, what can I accept as beautifully imperfect today? How can I find peace in this moment? Each step is a brushstroke, painting a life of simplicity, authenticity, and joy. Wabi-Sabi is an invitation to let go, to breathe, to see the world and yourself with new eyes. Take a deep breath, look at the imperfect beauty around you, and begin. Your path to inner peace is waiting, one gentle, imperfect step at a time, perfect step at a time, perfect step at a time.